Titus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me today?
An obscure channel on YouTube the inhabitants call Graphic Man.
How peaceful it looks.
Most effective, Your Majesty. Will you destroy this Graphic Man?
Later. I like to play with things a while before annihilation.
Graphic Man, he likes to draw stuff. Graphic Man, he's reading comic books.
Do you know how close he came to being activated this week?
None other than
Graphic Man, he streams on Wednesdays. He finds comics for us, does it with no fuss. He draws with a shaky hand, Bronze Age, Silver Age, Golden Age, he's Graphic Man. Graphic Man is just a guy from Missouri, and I'll never stop drawing till his eyes get blurry. Please, someone stop him. I'll never stop drawing. Thought it was a metaphor, but I just never stop it. Please, someone help him. It's been 36 hours. You have to stop drawing. Please stop drawing. Graphic Man, won't you think of
Why are you still drawing?
Please stop drawing. Please stop drawing.
So long.
I'm staging an intervention.
Just keep drawing. How much paper do you have? How much paper is there? How much paper did you start cutting down the forest?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Graphic Man. I trust everybody is okay today, and we'll get started here in a second. I'd like to bring in Captain Strangelife, who's joining us at this time. Hello, sir. You are on.
How's everybody doing?
Doing well. As an update, it is official. I have been diagnosed with COVID. And unfortunately, last week I gave COVID to Apollo. So
yes, you did over the internet. It's amazing. It's a new variant.
That's something we expect around here. We've got a few people already in the audience. Maranya's here. Gratu is already kicking in.
Gratu.
Hello, Zach. Jackson, Roy, Kurt. And it's good to see you all. And we are about a minute or two late, having a great sparkling conversation about Pete Rose's wrestling career. We all could have heard it. It was pretty dynamite. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my cast. We've got Dr. Space Age tonight. He's dressed a little differently, otherwise known as Dr. Silver Age. Paulo, of course, sick as a dog. Every now and then you'll see him drink his wild yak milk he's got laying around. Good remedy. Jambo's joined us. Hello, sir. He's on mute. And we have Charlton 66, Howler Mouse, Eric Brain, and of course Captain Strangelife. Good to see you all. And without further ado, we just dropped off somebody.
You messed up my Palo and Hans sandwich where I was the meat. Messed it up.
Well, I'm glad to see you, Tim. How are you doing?
Pretty good, brother. What's up? What's
Oh,
up?
that's
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good to see everybody.
It's Jambo.
Been
We
away a
lost.
while.
All right. Well, hope Jambo will be coming back real soon, hopefully. Dr. Space Age. There we go to you real quick.
Gotta get the whole effect there. Gotta put the,
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go.
All right.
so
And
even
now-
got the power gauntlet thing, buttons and everything,
Now it's a party. It is now officially a party.
I saw this online just before Christmas, and I said, "Oh, that looks cool. Anything with space goes to me, that looks cool." And my son said, "What are you looking at?" And I showed him. Next thing I know, he bought it for me. So it's a late Christmas gift. So it's debuting tonight. So, but and
Now, you
yeah,
just put on that wrestling mask you have on the top left there.
oh yeah, the Patriot one, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that. I got a couple of Mil Mascaras masks over here. So we're ready to go. I'm ready. Anytime we're going to do a wrestling theme thing, I'm ready.
WrestleMania 40. Dr.
There you
Space
go.
Age versus Pete Rose.
In a cane on a pole match.
Hey, does anybody remember Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lebowski, yeah.
Brutal. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
My mother used to watch these guys all the time back in the early 60s when we got our first TV.
Oh, yeah.
She loved that.
Yep. Dick
Bird
the
guy,
Bruiser used to tag team a lot with our champion up here around that time was Bruno Sammartino. They were a tag team for a while in Crush's area. I mean, Dick the Bruiser's area. So,
Yeah, that's something, man.
Mad
Well-
Dog Vachon. Yeah.
oh, yeah. Mad Dog Vachon. Yeah.
Vern Gagnon.
Vern Gagnon. Mad Dog Vachon's brother, Paul Vachon, Butcher Paul Vachon. He, for years, he was up at a fair that we go to about 45 minutes from here. He was selling pictures and books, and every time I'd go and talk to him, he'd sign a book or sign a thing. He was the father of Luna Vachon.
Yeah.
If anybody remembers Luna Vachon.
Yeah.
No, don't know who that is.
Yeah. You guys are in AWA territory. I know where you guys are now. Yeah.
We up here, it was WWWF territory.
Ah.
Yeah, it was Bruno and Pedro Morales and Chief J Strongbow, Andre the Giant. So,
Did you know that Vern Gagne killed a guy when he was later in life when he was in the home? He got in an argument in the rec room and killed a guy doing wrestling stuff to him.
He had dementia. He had dementia.
ooh,
Yeah.
You mean like Biden?
Just like it. Exactly. Scott Hall, before he got into wrestling, was a bouncer, and he's got a confirmed kill. That's what made him an alcoholic, supposedly. Yeah.
Wow.
He got yeah.
Jeez.
that's rough.
Still don't know how he went from the Marlboro Man to Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon. Well, the Scott Hall gimmick wasn't working. Well, all righty. Well, what I've got is like I told Micah before I came on, we were just doing stuff lying around. I pulled down a box. I have absolutely no idea what's in it. So it's like a mystery box. So we're all going to find out together and see what's in it.
That sounds fun.
It's Reader's Digest, I'm sure. So.
There we go. We got a Blue Beetle.
Yay! That's
Blue Beetle.
cool.
What is this? Number 51, 1965.
The
Nice.
original Blue Beetle. Yes.
Oh, what else we got? Two Gun Kid, number 79.
See, yeah, when it came to those cowboy guys, I never went Rawhide Kid. I never went the other guy. I was always a Two Gun Kid guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because the two-gun kid looked like a superhero.
Yeah. Had the
Yeah,
secret
right.
identity and everything.
Had the mask. Oh, the Blonde Bombshell, Millie the Model, number 130.
Cool.
I don't even remember buying that.
Millie the Model had a weird run in there about 1965-66, where the stories were actually serious, and they did the same to Patsy
I
Walker.
can't hear anybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear us? Uh-oh. All right. Well,
But I always wanted to see that period reprinted. I'd actually like to read those Millie the Model and Patsy Walker stories from that era. See if they were actually. Yeah, Danny O'Neill wrote them.
He wrote the Millie's. Well, I'm sorry, Denny O.
Danny O.
As he was known at the time.
Yeah, I got it on. I got it.
Good. All right. All right, Rod, take it away again.
all righty.
Sorry.
We got a little go-go checks action going on here. We got Detective 352.
Nice.
And more go-go checks with romance comics, Heartthrobs, number 103.
Oh, great cover.
Yeah.
And Batman, number, what is that? 191, it looks like. I forgot to bring down a pair of specs.
I see that comic a lot. In the back issue bins in the comic shops. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, love it. It's got those go-go checks. Gotta love them. Let's see. Where Monsters Dwell, number 12. It's one of the 25-cent square bounds.
Cool.
That's awesome.
I heard him whistling.
We got Tarzan, number 233. It's one of the 100 pages. Super spectaculars.
Oh, yeah.
Square bounds.
Beautiful.
I love that orange background. It really makes
like Bill Kubert.
Yeah, I kept that one on my shelf for easy picking. So I love that Kubert. Oh, that's so good.
It is Joe Kubert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great. Great.
Outer Space by Charlton, number 1.
There you go.
Beautiful.
That's a beauty.
Love that 3D lettering.
Adventure Comics 359.
The End of the Legion.
Dun, dun, dun. And 2 more here. What do we got? Adventure Comics number 416. Another super spectacular.
Oh, yes.
All the women. And Superboy Giant. What's this? 156. Another square bound 25 center.
Yep. 2 great reprints. Book length. Yes.
So
that's my bread and butter right there, man. No.
We'll do one more. We'll pull one more up here.
Those looked good.
One more. Where is it? Right here. All right. This is Fear number 4.
Sweet.
There we go. I love those 25-cent square bounds. Any square bound. I love the square bounds from that era. So, all right. How's that for opening round anyway?
It was good.
Nice. Good stuff.
Captain Strange Life, we haven't seen you in a while. You doing all right?
Yeah. I had some lot of work going on, on the 2 houses and stuff, and probably going to sell one of them this year. Physically, it took a lot out of me, whether I got arthritis and stuff, so. And some other things going on, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay. Do you have anything ready to go before I run the call?
You know what? I got stuff all over the place. I don't know. Why don't somebody else go and I'll start looking.
All right. Paulo, do you have anything live or? You're muted, so we can't hear you curse me out. So,
I thought about taking some stuff out, but these comics that I'm going to show, they're stacked. So I need, in order to get to the ones that some of them are, and they're not in order. They used to be in order. Then I took them out of order. Now they're out of order.
That's the fun, man. That's the way it's got to be, you know?
Yeah. So sometimes I'm looking for something, and it's right down. There's a stack of 70 comics on top of each other, and finally
You're
found
out
you.
of order. You're out of order, sir.
But let's show some of the stuff. And I decided to go back to what was it like to be me growing up.
Nice.
Fine cuisine. I got a feeling. I can feel.
Somebody freeze. Oh,
Senor X.
Yeah. So these are from the comics that were published by Editora Abril in Brazil in the first quarter of 1985, and they got to Portugal about 9 months later, and that's when I started reading Marvel comics. This is Captain America number 68. This one had a fill-in Captain America story because it has Alan Cooper art on the inside. Also has one of the Cap's World War II tales in there, and the Defenders story.
It looks like a redrawn John Byrne Captain America cover would that be Batrick the Leaper.
Yeah.
is that the Acrobat?
No,
it's a wrestler.
Yeah.
So this one is Captain America number 69. This is actually my very first Marvel comic when I was 6 years old.
Nice.
And this is Vermin's first appearance, but they decided to use an interior panel as the cover because it's much more shocking.
So your first comic was a Mike Zick art.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It also has the last of Captain America's World War II tales set in Tales of Suspense. So this was also my first contact with Jack Kirby art. He had done the layouts for that story. There's a Ghost Rider and Moon Knight stories in here.
Wow, they really laid it on you. That's awesome.
Sorry.
Everybody mask up. Mask up.
Yeah.
And stop sharing. And this is number 70. It has the Hydra coming back. They're actually all robots, but Happy Sam Sawyer dies in the story. And there's also the continuation of the Ghost Rider storyline back the storyline that would eventually lead to Ghost Rider meeting Jesus.
Okay.
So this thing at the bottom right has it had the comic had a gift, which those gifts were not with the comic when they were exported to Portugal, but all the comics that month they had a keychain to collect. Okay, so Heróis da TV Heroes. That was the Captain America's companion title. Started coming out 2 weeks after Cap. Number 67 with a nice Conan cover. Conan the Barbarian was a regular fixture in this magazine, even though they had already started Savage Sword, but they were running the Conan monthlies in the regular digest-sized comics. Number 68 features the Avengers versus the Zodiac. Mm-hmm. And it's the last story before they start going with the Celestial Madonna storyline. There's also a Doctor Strange story in there, and an Iron Man story from the Michelini Leighton Romita run. So this was also an early purchase from me. This was my very first Avengers story. They were running it. This was a title that they tried to run as many stories as possible. They started, even in 1979, they were starting with 1968 stories, and they were always catching up, running 2 or 3, because they wanted to have as many Avengers as possible, because the Avengers are the focal point of the Marvel Universe. Number 69 with the Deathlock cover. Deathlock was not a regular feature, but they wanted to show the characters, so they compressed the first 3 stories into one, taking out some pages, but they managed to do it.
I can't believe we haven't talked about this, Paolo. I mean, I really can't. I can't, So, I mean, all this time.
Super Aventuras Marvel Super Adventures. This was probably their best title when it comes to character mix. We have Claremont and Burns X-Men. This comic also ran Frank Miller's Daredevil. This issue in particular, as the third part from the Marvel Fanfare Black Widow Web of Intrigue storyline with George Perez art. And this was the last story that they ran in this title, the last X-Men story they ran in this title for a while, because they ran the end of the Dark Phoenix saga in a quarterly title where they had all the important stories, and I'll show that later. Number 32, Daredevil. So this had started on the month before. It was the Child's Play storyline on Daredevil, with Punisher appearing. This comic in particular also has Black Panther meeting, the story of a Black Panther and Storm met for the first time from Marvel Team Up number 100. And the conclusion of the Black Widow Web of Intrigue storyline. Number 33, featuring Great Master of Kung Fu story. Master of Kung Fu doesn't really matter what the story is about, because I always love to read them, and this was still back in the Mike Zeck run. Also, they were running the Eternals here. This is as Eternals number 3 inside. Sorry, some more water here. And at this stage, they were setting up Alpha Flight for a proper introduction. They were running all the backups from the first issues, which had the origin stories for all the members. And here it is, Grandes Heróis Marvel number 7, with the whole issue dedicated to X-Men number 100. Not working. 135, 136, and 137. All in one special comic featuring the death of the Phoenix. This was the second comic in this run. This title was quarterly, where they had a major character dying. Back in 1983, issue number 1 at the death of Adam Warlock. And I'm going to stop sharing.
Paulo, I'd like to say something funny right here, but I can't. So hang in there, guy. I could feel for you. That mute button's working now. Good.
Yeah, because I can't use the mute button while I'm sharing.
Right. Bless your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Strange Life. I'll give you a few seconds. So I'll show a few, and we'll run to him in a minute. But I wanted Jambo to see this little Star Trek number 36.
It's a beauty.
Mine's got a little gash on the cover. Just recently noticed that.
Nice.
And I know Gratu is watching, so here's some Richie Rich jackpots.
I think I have
Silent Gold Glockenspiel.
Breakdancing.
Yeah.
Well, you see all the stuff falling out of Freckles' pockets.
Yeah, right.
pretty bad when Freckles is richer than I was as a kid.
Hey, the original breakdancer was Curly from the Three Stooges.
The reason he's rich, he doesn't waste his money on auto service. He just takes care of the problem himself.
He's promoting 7-Eleven.
And he changes his own tire.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's a good one.
Some Huey Dewey. I'm just a sucker for Huey Dewey and Louie.
Been there.
That's a good one.
The infamous ant farm.
That's cool. And the Junior Woodchucks.
Just a few more. Must be about 10 in the morning. Donald needs to get up. Starting to get into the Whitmans.
Cool.
And one more.
Dear God, how long were they scouts?
Oh, forever. And on a DC, I finally got the Commandy Batman crossover.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
Nice.
And I am going to put it in my Commandy box, so because I dare to be different. So,
Yeah, I've tamed down over the years with age. Whenever I see Commandy, I would spontaneously yell Commandy really obnoxious and loud. And I'm so glad I've got past that. It was like Tourette's.
What do you yell now?
Oh, I just type it in all caps. I type it in all caps if I see it on Instagram or something.
it's good to see Gold Key here again. Nice to see a Gold Key. Drop me an email sometime. We'd love to have you back on. And Captain, are you ready?
Yeah, I can show you some stuff. I got stuff everywhere. I'm like Dr. Silver Age. I don't know. That's the stuff what I got laying around here. Well, I'll show you Bugs Bunny from 1943.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Holy man.
43. This is
That's cool.
I think this is the first solo appearance in 4-color,
Okay.
and the second appearance in 4-color overall. But I think the first solo appearance, and then I think his actual first appearance was in what was it? Merry Melodies and Looney Tunes #1, I think, something like that. But yeah, this is nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that is neat.
And I got what I don't like about this cover. It's a nice cover, but it got lost a lot of the gloss, the black, you know.
Is it fuzzing up? Actually, on the cover, when you touch it, is it kind of got like a funny grainy feel, fuzzy grainy feel?
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
You can see I took it out of the plastic. You see where it's getting
Yeah.
lost all that stuff. But I think this is a Carl Burgess cover, if I'm not mistaken. Carl Burgess, who created the Human Torch.
That's still an awesome book to have, man.
Yeah, man. It's a great book.
So, and the guy I bought it from, I never bought from him before. He sent me, I was surprised to see another book in there. I thought he made a mistake. I contacted him. I mean, I contacted him later, but then I saw a note in there. It said, Merry Christmas, and this was in there.
Oh, cool.
Oh, neat.
Holy crap. That's
And it's complete, but it's low grade though. I mean, but hey, you know
that was rolled up in the back of somebody's pocket. You know that.
That's enough. But I was really happy to have it. You know, really very surprised. But I remember this story. This was one of my favorite stories. I used to have a complete run of Impact, and this was always my favorite story. So I was, you know, kind of double shocked that I seen this again. But I'm glad to have it. There's a story in here about this little girl, if I remember it right, was that she opens this lemonade stand right in front of this grumpy old guy's candy store. And so he's like the meanest guy in the neighborhood. And every night, though, when she leaves the stand, the next day there's more supplies there, and the lemonade is refilled, a pitcher, night after night. And he keeps on complaining about her being there, but does, stop short of telling her to move somewhere else. And then everybody thinks it's some kind of a spirit or something that's in the neighborhood that's helping her with supplies and the lemonade or something like that. But in the end, it turns out to be this guy, the mean old bastard that's doing it. So I guess he's just trying to maintain his image or something. But yeah, that was. Be happy to have this. I might look for a higher grade copy now. See, that's why I don't like to put the comics in that way. This is what Gratu always does. He likes to. Of course, this is an old one though. But he always puts them in, with the board already in the bag. But it can get stuck on the edges of the bag and tear up your comic. I do it like this. So I think I showed this already before. Did I? I think so.
Oh, great cover.
Oh, wow.
This is, these guys thought they were on a strange planet, and they turns out that they're on, they're walking in some guy's head. And these are hairs. Our hair is hollow. Hair is actually hollow. It's got two tubular entities like this.
That's cool.
That's Ben Grimm's beard, sir. Yeah.
Well, I think I might have shown you already. I got some other stuff too, but I'll let somebody else go. But let me show you this here. Remember back in the 60s, everybody was copying Mountain Dew? That drink was so popular because of the Andy Griffith Show and the Beverly Hillbillies and stuff. So there were a lot of imitators, like Quickie, which actually was around since the 1940s, but they kind of reinvented themselves as a result of Mountain Dew being so popular. And the 6-pack that came in was like this, really weird. Look at this. Hey, Pappy, how about a cookie? Down to make pucker, or something else that rhymes with pucker.
Didn't that mean something entirely different in some rural areas?
Yeah, quickie. How about a quickie? That means a fast, sexual intercourse.
With Pappy. I'm saying.
And pucker rhymes with other word, Go into this. But,
So, pucker up, Peppy, you're about to get a quickie?
Yeah, that's me.
I'd be like, don't waste my time.
We'd like to welcome Classic Comic Collector who snuck in.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, everyone.
How are
Thanks
you?
for having me. Good.
Taking a nap?
I'm always trying to be as relaxed as possible.
I recommend that. How about Howler go? What you got for us, Howler?
I got a few things, but I want to slow down for a second, kind of show you things. Sometimes you got to slow down and really look at your books for a minute, right? And this is what I really used to do, right? So, everybody can roll their eyes because it's a little Liefeld here from '89. But when you slow down and look at this and you get closer, either John Romita Sr. redrew Namorita, or they stuck her on there with the John Romita Sr. photo there. You see the difference? But even better, if you go back here, that's John Bogdanove, his art style. So I don't know what Rob Liefeld did in his early days on this cover, but they really went to a lot of work to fix it. The good thing about this, besides having this fantastic team of Surf debuting, where they all look like Submariner's illegitimate kids, And they are floating around. He had kids with name Romita, and they just hatched and floated out the sea, so you never know. But John Bogdanov, I'm probably butchering that name, of course, drew with his wife. His wife did this little story with Boom Boom trying to find a perfect man and all this stuff, and it was beautifully drawn. I like the even the posters had great detail of Dirty Dancing, Terrence Trent D'Arby, and George Michael. But what's bad is if you ever seen my wife, this could have been her 20 years ago, if not last week. So we have a thing going on in the house. Whenever I find Boom Boom stuff, I got her a Boom Boom figure that I found at Ollie's and stuff. So yeah, my wife could have been Boom Boom, I do believe. Okay. Well, I grabbed this. I mean, I jump around when I get around you guys, and I start grabbing stuff off the shelves and talk stuff. But I meant to compliment Graphic Man's opening at the beginning of the show. You know,
Cool.
and sometime I'll share my Flash Gordon was my Empire Strikes Back, and there's a tragic and like a Stand By Me story of me going to see it, which I'll share with you guys later if you want that off the air. You know. So I'm just going to grab what's ever beside me here for the real books and see what we got here. Yeah, this book I was so glad to find at a flea market because when the stepdad and the uncle in the 70s had their comic books, not all of them had covers. So I read the inside of this Gil Kane classic and never knew what book it was. So for years, you know, keeping that in mind, I would sit there and it didn't have the first page either. So I read and reread this particular issue. So it was many years of if I saw a Captain Marvel book, I would have to open it up and read it, hoping to find it. So that was like a great thing to get off my back. I always loved my Bizarro.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. There you go.
Thanks, man. A lot of people don't realize Bizarro started out as a Superboy villain, you know, so a little trivia there. And I'm one of those guys that I have never, ever figured out what Superman sees in Lois. I don't want to talk ill of Lois and stuff, man, but she was a bit of a harlot. Like, you know, she went out with his dad. She married Satan.
Yeah.
even got the feet.
What's up with that?
I mean, that's all I can tell you is that, like, you know, I guess the opposites attract. You want what you can't really have. I don't know. I've never figured it out, you know.
Was that one of those Vegas marriages that can be annulled the next day?
It is.
Well, she also had a fling with Supergirl's horse in one issue, so that's one everyone should read.
Yeah, I've got the beat up copy of the yeah, that horse, that Comet. That's where Comet really came from. Poor guy.
Kind of like Jimmy Olsen when he got married to a gorilla.
Yeah, and yeah, oh, that was good. So a character that I love that has like sort of survived with a cult following or whatever it is, and I do blame Alan Moore a little bit, but I knew about this guy before and stuff. But I was tickled to see Dark Horse put out like Herbie.
Oh
know,
yeah,
the John Byrne cover.
I have that.
Gotta have some Herbie.
But I don't remember. I think it's this one, but one of these was from the original collection of the 70s. And I have some of the coverless copies and stuff, man. But we had like about 5 issues of the original Herbie in the house that I would read and reread, and I can't tell you why they fascinated me. I think it's where it was like a stream of consciousness thing, the way the story went, that it wasn't exciting, but you didn't know where it was going to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't really have a plot, you know, but it was still interesting.
I love those books. I love those stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Herbie. Yeah. But
Herbie's great.
I watched a couple years ago. I watched a Kevin Smith movie called Tusk, and it's just ruined this cover for me. You know, he went all walrus. This one is a little bit on the nose, or it could be meta, and I try not to show these. You know, anything that's got like a mouse on the cover, people think I'm trying to be cute. You know,
Oh, holler mouse, yeah.
yeah. But what gets me is like, I mean, check out these mice, man. It's like cloaks and capes and stuff. I've never read this, but they look very regal, you know. So I just got 2 or 3 more here.
I remember when you told us the original story of how you got the name Holler Mouse. I don't think you want to repeat it here, though.
No, not that was summer of '94, sir. Yeah. And she's on my Facebook. That's all I want to say. But anyway, Believe it or not, I found this for some. I think I found this copy for 50 cents at a
Nice.
flea market.
Oh wow,
First appearance.
Nice.
nice sketch.
Dollar book. I found this in a dollar box.
Oh, the great series.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I'm just so glad that somebody else showed some Legion books. So, you know, we have the death of one of Triplicate Girl's bodies.
Yeah.
With that evil Computo.
Yep.
Big, the checkerboard covers. I always think of Silver Age up there.
Yeah.
One where, one where Starboy breaks the Legion charter. Not they didn't say the law, but he broke the charter, the Legion charter, the rules of the Legion, because he killed somebody. So they had to kick him out.
Yep.
I think this is an early Jim Shooter with a Karate Kid. And then this was the book, and I have it in crappy shape. I will get an upgrade on this one because one of the amazing things reading the books when I was a kid was the ads. They would show you other books that were supposed to be on the stands. And when you're broke and you're a little 5-year-old kid and you don't have a car, you can't go out and get them. But I also didn't realize that some of the books I read came out years before. And this was one of the ones that was in all the advertisements. And I always wondered what happened to Superman. How did the kryptonite teeth lizard take him out while the Legion's looking for him?
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's one of the ones I saw. And this is one of the ones I coveted because I saw it in an ad. So I'll stop there, man. I'll stop there. You know.
Oh, those looked really good.
Nice stuff.
Well, how about Jambo? Are you itching to go yet?
Sure. Okay. Well, you guys remember the Iron Man issue, Demon in a Bottle, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Lois has her own demon there.
Beautiful bikini she's got on.
Yeah. Look at that. She's out at the beach having fun, getting men in bottles, and Superman's like, "What are you doing?" Oh man.
Always something happening. Like in this one here.
Oh, Rose and Thorn, yes.
Yep.
Don't want Superman to see her. She's gotten old there. Got this one too.
Oh
yeah.
See, that's
Very
my
cool.
era of Superman. I love that stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
Classic cover.
yes.
Breaking the key. And I got a #1 issue here. It's a little worse for the wear, a little tan looking.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Good stuff.
Man, it's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Just a cool looking cover.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Picked up a couple of these this week. These are kind of low grade, but still they're always fun to look at.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
Oh, those are always great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love those jungle books.
Man, that's so good.
Nice chip out of the corner up there, but still. Hey, Don. This one here got ate by some little critter. You can see it up there.
Wow. Had a good time on that. Geez.
Yeah, those Disney Cougars, man, they'll get you. Look.
It was a bite out of a sandwich.
That was a rolling.
It was a really big critter. It took one big bite.
Yeah, man.
That was
I like how the elephant's grabbing the girl and leaving him behind.
Yeah.
Great cover.
Fend for yourself. It was $5,
think
so I figured, what the heck.
That's awesome. I think they worked something out. I think that elephant was like, "Help me out, guys."
It's nice rhino cover.
Another great one.
Cavern of the Golden Bones.
Writing on the cover there, but still, yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool.
It's number 123.
What?
Anthony's a little wild, isn't he?
What happened? Cole number 2.
There you go.
Yeah, nice.
I think that's Severin. I'm not 100%.
That's what I was about to ask. It looks like Severin.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I always liked when he was doing the covers. And this one's a little beat, but still a fun read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that costume. I love that costume.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
I miss the stuff they used to put on comics, like what it said right there. My wife, the killer.
Eric, this is for you, buddy.
Ah,
There's Wilma here.
Glorious.
Treasury.
a little Aaron Gray for everybody.
Yeah. And all of her glory right there, yeah. No spandex on, but her flight suit.
Well, we get the Wilma report every Saturday at 11.
I got one more treasure I'll show you guys. I've never seen this one before. So that's time to get it, I guess. And it just reprinted some stories and stuff. And it was beat to pieces, but yeah.
Very cool.
Oh yeah, it's got the Superman story with the Kandorians burying or getting him while he's dead. I read, yeah. You're gonna make me dig through my boxes trying to find that story now.
Good Batman story in that one too, and I don't remember what issue it was that it took it from, but yeah, it was a good story. Somebody did something to his teeth there. Check it out.
Yeah.
That's his grill, sir. That's what the kids call it. That's his grill.
Yeah, it was $2, so I was like, I can't go wrong there.
Seriously. Oh, that's a
Oh wow, that's a good,
Awesome. That's a good.
good price.
The cover was separated and stuff, but yeah, still, you still read it. And it was there, so yeah. And I got a few books from Eric's shop up in.
Jabbo, I don't know if you saw last week's episode. They were talking about Wilma, and I brought that out to.
Oh, nice.
And I still haven't hung it up because it's a big pain in the rear to hang it back up. But
oh, is that her over there giving you a hug on the side?
Yeah. So.
Oh, nice.
How's a classic comic collector doing?
I'm doing all right.
Well, you have guys something to show us real quick?
Oh yeah, I last time I only brought a couple things, so I made sure to stock up with a big pile because I didn't have enough last time. I don't mean to step on the toes of our foreign correspondent, but last time I had an issue of Superman from Copenhagen that actually had a green arrow in it. So I thought I'd show some of my foreign books because every time my wife and I travel overseas, I go to try and find the comic stores at the local places to get the souvenirs. So this was one that I picked up in Austria, which is this is the German edition of Avengers 16. Although this is actually issue 15. Because their series ran 100 issues, but they skipped issue 6 because they couldn't show the Nazi imagery with the introduction of Baron Zemo. So, so all of the issues after that are off by one number. I also got this when I was there, which of course it's Avengers 85, but this is issue 84 of the German version.
Is that the first appearance of Squadron Sinister? I believe
It's the first Supreme, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've always loved this story and this cover, so I got this one. I also got, while I was there, let me see, where is it? These were all from Austria. This was the Warlord.
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's magazine size, and it's on slick paper with really bright colors. You can see the...
There you go.
Oh man, I just realized you made me grab my head with both hands for some reason.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
and it's got
so good.
the pinup from the first appearance on the back.
Yeah.
Warlord is a comic which had a lot of potential with foreign markets. It wasn't really tied to anything, and you could just run the comic itself.
Mhm.
And for the markets that didn't really care about superheroes, barbarians were usually a hot seller.
Yeah.
So I got this when I went to Rome. This is
kind of far, yeah.
Yeah, it's Avengers. I think this is 166.
Mm-hmm.
But this is issue 218 of Thor and the Avengers.
Can you tell the publisher?
It says Editorial Corno.
Right. Okay.
There's here. Let's see. This is one that I got in Quebec, which is Captain America. I think 156.
Captain America, that's fucking.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You said it, not me. But yeah, this is the classic 50s Cap storyline.
Yeah.
I'd have just renamed him Peregrine, you know.
If you ask the guys who collect foreign comics, they'll tell you that the readers from Quebec are completely against anyone taking their comics out of the country.
Wow.
Well, too late.
Yeah, yeah, but you know like the Italians actually the Italians won't sell other Italians that comic for $5 because they can sell it for 50 to people who collect foreign comics in the United States.
Oh, okay.
But the people from Quebec, all the cells will actually tighten up and find out if you're trying. There's people trying to go through intermediaries, and if they find out there's somebody in Quebec doing working as an intermediary to sell that comic out of the country, they'll do everything they can to prevent that comic from leaving.
Wow.
Yeah, I should have bought more when I was there. They actually had a whole box. They're very low grade. They had a whole box of the Quebec editions that were $1 each, but I ended up just taking this one. The ad on the back issue is interesting because the same publisher also did comics from Charlton, which you can see over here.
Nice. Yes. The Shining Kid. Yeah. That's cool.
So as a romance collector, the Sherry is the one that I really want to get, but they didn't have any issues of that when I was there. Now, this is from Peru. When I went to Peru, I don't know why, but they were just publishing Crisis on Infinite Earths in 2014 when I was in Peru. So these were new on the newsstand on the street. So I got a few of these. They're still in the bags because I can't read Spanish, so I didn't bother opening them. But these are also, here's the last issue. Interesting because the publisher there has the rights to both Marvel and DC, so you get the Crisis on the front, and the back is an ad for Wolverine.
Blasphemy. No.
Yeah, that's actually not out of the ordinary.
Yeah. So here's the last of those. And then
to be what 80, 100, or 100 page comics?
These are actually just single floppies. They're just
that's
they're
not
all
normal.
Yeah, they're all just the individual issues. So I was only able to find 4 of them at the newsstands, but they published all 12 of them individually. So you can see here.
Yeah, the newsstands they get pulled. They're periodicals.
The 6 of 12 there.
Now I'm wondering if Wolfman and Perez are getting royalties off of those.
Yeah, really.
And then this one I got in Budapest. It's the Hungarian edition of Marvels. These are slightly smaller than a normal size comic, but they contain 2 issues of Marvels. So they'll have the whole thing here, but it's all in Hungarian. There's actually a comic book store. Here's the ad on the back. There's a comic book store right across the street from the Airbnb we were staying in. So
That's cool.
they didn't have any back issues, which is too bad because I had read that during the Cold War, behind the Iron Curtain, there was a bunch of bootleg. They had just underground people had printed their own Marvel reprints and translated them by hand into Hungarian. I read you can find them sometimes at flea markets and stuff, but I wasn't able to get any. So those are my foreign comics. I also have a few recent pickups from comic stores because I've been buying a lot of stuff online, during the pandemic, but it's different when you find something in a store. It's just a lot more fun when you find it in the wild. So a couple of these are shown off on my channel already, but I was at a store recently and they had several issues of the Mad, the comic book. So I got issue 20. I've never seen any of these at a store before. Issue 22.
Nice.
This is the one that I really wanted because I'm an Archie fan. It's issue 12, which has the Starchy parody in it. You can see there.
That's great.
And they were very reasonably priced. This was $30. The other two were $20 each, so I was really happy.
That's pretty good.
Got this at a store. It's the first appearance of the Pussycats, Josie number 45.
Nice.
And then from a couple different stores I went to last year, one of the best covers of all time. It's Rex the Wonder Dog number 11.
Classic.
Wow, look at that A-bomb.
Yeah.
Got everything going on. Got Barney on there. Got an A-bomb.
Yep, it's a dog fighting a dinosaur during the nuclear holocaust. So
that's awesome.
And finally, another classic cover that I found at a store.
Oh yeah, there you
Adventures
go.
Into the Unknown 58.
Yeah, I have a few of those too. Those are great.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice.
So.
But it wasn't really 3D, was it? They just.
No, it's not. It's every panel has the black outline, and then the characters come out of it. So it gives you a 3D effect without the glasses.
Right. Yeah. Those are cool.
So.
Oh my God.
All right. Yeah. So that I have more for later, but I'll pass for this round here.
Looks great. Looks great.
That's awesome stuff.
Thanks.
Steve or Eric, which one did you guys want to go first?
I could roll.
All right.
All right. Got some Zoo Funnies action going on here, and I'll show you the comic book. It's number 8.
Oh,
what's interesting about this?
Nice.
Is I sit down to start when I read and sit down to read these. The price guy doesn't talk about it, and there's nothing in the book that's about it. But they're faucet reprints from the 40s, and you can tell by the artwork that it's not the typical Charlton 1950s, phoning in artwork. You can tell it's from the 40s. So I'm pretty sure this is Fawcett. They're reprinting the Fawcett stories, but what issues I don't know because they don't say.
Yeah.
So if anyone interested in having, how do you guys pronounce her name?
Nyoka?
Nyoka.
Nyoka, yeah.
Nyoka, okay.
Can I see the back of that book? The back. Oh, look at that. Life Toy Circus.
I know, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That creepy clown at the bottom.
I love those ads.
Yeah, this is number 8 from 54. So I thought it was cool that, because Charlton, Ditko notwithstanding, and a few other artists, their 50s output for art was really not that great. I mean, there was exceptions. So when I sat down to read these, I was shocked that there are some good classic 40s reprints that you didn't expect. And this is Zoo Funnies number 11.
Cool.
It's the same thing. It's the same stuff. It's reprinted material from. Well, I think these are Giordano covers, but the reprinted the 40s Fawcett stories, and this is a good, nice cover on this. This is number 12 from 55. This is number 16. This is when she got her own title, I think, was 16, I think. This is from 56.
Which was, you don't even think if she was like was she based off of a movie star or something?
Yeah, there was a serial.
TV serial, or
serial
TV serial
character with her. And then they had the comic book.
Nice.
Yeah, this is number 19 from 1957. All these are Charlton, of course.
Cool.
Charlton got most of Fawcett's output when Fawcett went under, with a few exceptions. This is number 20. Not such a great cover, but from 57. This is a nice cover. This is number 21 from 57.
Yeah.
Oh, that is neat.
Redneck Turtle, kind of cool.
It's cool.
And this is, I believe, the last issue. I haven't seen anything after this. The price guide doesn't say, they just have a question mark, but I haven't seen anything past 22. Hans, do you know if this is the last issue or not? You have any idea?
No, I don't really have that many of these Nayokas.
Okay. Yeah, this is supposedly the last issue from 57. Hot rods and racing cars, switching gears to the Charlton output, which is a great Jack Keller cover from 1966. This is number 81.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Nice Jack Keller. Again, Jack Keller to me is one of these underappreciated guys. He can do westerns and racing car comic books and all sorts of really cool stuff. The last issue on this round, I'll show number 27 of Rookie Cop. The Exciting Adventures of Rookie Cop, number 27 from 1955. This is the first issue, which I think continued from Scotland Yard. This is the first issue for this series.
Oh, that is neat.
All right. That's it for now, guys. Thank you.
Very cool.
Nice.
Thank you.
I found the
I've seen
serial
that series before that read from Charlton.
I found the serial Nyoko, or on YouTube real quick here, and the one I clicked on, it gives a advisory for mature context, mature content and outdated cultural depictions.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Typical.
Oh well.
No one can think for themselves.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let people think for you.
Yep.
Well, let's run to Eric, so then we can run to Dr. Silver Age and rescue him before he has to fall asleep on us.
You got to drink metal tea.
All right. Well, I like to say that that there are things in my I was drunk the last time I did it bucket list, and the Bengals getting this far was on that list. And here's proof. Here's my Houday beer. The last time the Bengals went far. And I know you guys didn't know me when I was a drunk, but it's still full.
Wow.
I must have passed out before I got to that one.
See, that was funnier than it should have been, because I thought you said the Bengals. I'm like, what's Susanna Hoffs got to do with this? But
all right. Let's see. We haven't seen this in about a half an hour, so here's another. I figured half of us have already forgotten. Here's another one.
I'm not that old.
Nice.
That whole Kubert run is just solid. It's just so good.
Yeah, more deja vu.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Never get tired of seeing him.
Since he was brought up earlier today, I think I might have shown this once upon a time, but here's from the very underrated team up of the Flaming Carrot and Herbie.
Nice.
Cool.
I never understood the character, Flaming Carrot, man. You know, I never understood him.
Yeah, he read 10,000 comic books in one sitting, and his head turned into a carrot and caught fire.
That's why I stopped at 9,999. I counted.
You sure about that? Isn't that why you always wear the hat? And here's your Herbie.
The walrus.
Where did I see that before?
Just a random date with Judy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steve, I've got that issue of Rookie Cop, but I couldn't find it. I was going to throw that up there after you did. But
cool. So awesome issue.
There's
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, no, I'm not going to whistle the theme
Very
song.
cool.
Okay, since we were talking about the strumpet that is Lois Lane, here she is playing bondage games with the entire Justice League.
Yeah, I love that.
And
Told you.
this is Superman deciding he's had enough of that shit.
Karma.
That's a couple others real quick. I went to one of my LCS. I can't remember if it was. I don't think I'd done that last time we were on there. Guy, had just threw a bunch of stuff like this into his dollar bins.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow,
nice.
So I don't know the issue numbers, but there's a couple of those up there.
Cool.
And,
Oh, that's cool.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And I would love to go back and read some of those again.
So there was I picked up about 50 of them from that era. Oh, yeah, it's a Man from U.N.C.L.E. for $1. Can't beat it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But also,
$1.
I had like 5 of the DNA agents that I needed.
Oh, cool. Great series.
Agents. Wow.
Yeah, it's very underrated.
Do you have the DNA agents where it's the super secret crossover with Teen Titans?
No, I don't believe I remember that.
Ah.
In fact, I don't think I've managed to find the Dave Stevens rainbow cover this time around either. But that'll do it for this round.
All right. Well, let's run the doctor here.
There she goes.
Yeah. We're going to dive back into the mystery box here. See what we get. Well, we got a All-Star Western 114.
Cool.
Nice.
Every once in a while I come across these someplace or comic store or something like that, and I always try and pick them up. And another Modeling with Millie, number 41.
Her taste in men is not varied, is it?
Ringo Kid, number 11.
That might be one of the ones that has new stories, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I know they ran a lot of the.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, Ringo Kid had new stories from number 10 to 14 or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, and then yet another Modeling with Millie, number 49. I don't remember buying any of these Millies.
That looks like a advertisement for like a razor commercial. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, next up. Oh, yeah, I love this cover. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 16.
Nice.
I love
cool.
That is awesome. That color. Yeah, the orange and yellow.
Neat.
That is fantastic.
I love that.
Yeah.
Desert Sun, yeah.
We got Jungle Tales of Tarzan by Charlton. This is number 2.
Yay.
Oh, wow. Is
Yeah.
is that biting him? Yep.
Yeah, it's biting his shoulder, man.
I like how it's calmly biting.
Yeah, he is.
I like it.
He is. He got right a hold of it.
Yeah.
Looks like a love bite.
There were some goo-goo eyes involved in that. That's what I was trying not to say.
Another Sergeant Fury and number 24.
I know a place where there's about a 15-issue run of those for $1 a piece. I do believe I want to get it.
Holy mackerel. Yeah, definitely.
That issue 24, they go home to the United States on leave, and they meet a whole bunch of celebrities. So there's all these like celebrity cameos when they're meeting Dino's Hollywood friends.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool. Oh, and Go-Go Checks, Bob Hope, number 106.
I'm telling you, man, those Jerry Lewis and Bob Hopes, I mean, I don't know if anybody's actually read them here and stuff. They're better than you think. That's wild. Yeah, I was like, it shouldn't be this good, you know.
Oh. That's a modern one. Oh, and Batman, number 184.
Nice.
More Go-Go Checks. Oh. Infinity Incorporated, number 22.
Love that series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to fill in the holes right now. So, and Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen.
There we
number
go.
98.
That's the one I was
There we
talking
go.
about.
Is that the
That's
one you guys were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
The purple cover. I think back then they
wow.
said if it's a purple cover or has an ape, it'll sell more. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some crazy stuff happening on that cover. Superman's cooking something there.
Did they try to get the rights of the Great Ape after that?
Yeah. Talk about bestiality.
Great babe. Oh, Invaders, number 1.
Oh. I had to get one of those dollar issues where it's a reprint to get it. I'm proud of you, sir. No,
before we went on, me and Micah were talking, and he had to excuse himself for a few minutes. And I was over here and I was looking. I'm like, what do I have in here? And it was like, oh, this is my Invaders run. Oh, that's okay. And I went through and I'm like, where's my number 1? Where's my number 1? Now it's going right in there. Oh yeah, now I won't lose it again. All right, what do we got here? All right, we got 2 more and then a little treat. Let's see. We got Prince Namor, number 12. That was the last one I needed from the original series.
Is that the new Punisher logo on his chest? I'm just wondering.
Could be. Let's see how long it lasts.
He's working for Atlantis.
And then finally we got Mystery in Space, number 85. Little Adam Strange.
Love those.
These, when I come across them in their decent shape and decent price, I like to pick these up because I like Adam Strange. So, what was it? Oh yeah, I wanted to, and just a little take us back a little bit. Everybody remembers these.
Oh, you're about to make me go get my box of mine.
And then, whoops, pulled it apart.
I got one that talks.
Oh, I see it. I never got the one with talks.
Yeah, talking.
Got the Iron Man.
Nice.
One.
Nice.
And then I got a Shazam one.
Oh,
that fell out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then I had to get this one when I saw it because being a Hulk guy, I had to get the Hulk one, and it's with one of my favorite stories where he's fighting the Absorbing Man. So
I had the Spider Woman, the Fantastic Four. I'm not running and getting it. Nope.
And last but not least, and only because I'm so jealous of you, Tim, having that Johnny Quest. And I'm dressed like Space Ghost tonight. So
yes.
Number 1.
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
That is all. Well played, sir. Well played.
Nice.
I keep looking for one of those Johnny Quest, but boy, I'm telling you, I think every time I see one, it's further up in price.
I'll tell you what, if I see it, I'll let you know. I'll just let you know.
I would appreciate that, sir. Oh,
whipping out.
Well, that's it for me. I'm gonna tag out. Usually, Gratu will tag in. So great to see everybody again.
Great
Had a
to
great
see you,
time
Brad.
as usual. So, and I'd like to,
You too, Brad.
I always
Take care,
forget to
buddy.
say hi to the people in the chat. So hi to the people in the chats because I so focus on the comics that I forget about the people in the chat. So hi to everybody in the chat. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next week. We'll do it all over
See you, Rod.
again.
Night, Rob.
All right,
Take
take
care, buddy.
care. Micah and Paulo, I hope you guys feel better.
Hey, you guys are going to get blasted.
Take care, Rod.
Rod.
See you, buddy.
What's that?
You guys are going to get blasted, I heard. This
Yeah, Saturday into Sunday. Yeah, there's a chance we're going to get like 20 inches of snow.
Cyclone or something?
Yeah, nor'easter coming.
Wow.
Yeah, 20 inches, and that's the good forecast. A lot more for the bad forecast. So we're hoping for the good forecast. So,
Hey, man, get some supplies.
oh, yeah, we're ready. We got the wood down in the basement already. We're stocked up, ready to go. We'll have that wood stove cranking.
Eat plenty of milk bread sandwiches. Go for it.
Milk bread sandwiches. Peanut butter sandwiches. That's it.
Hit the comic shop one more time.
Yeah, I wanted to do that today, but it's on my list tomorrow. Believe me. All right, guys, I'm out of here.
See you, Rod.
See you guys.
See you,
next week. Take
Rod.
care, guys.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Paulo, can your voice handle another round?
Yep. So let's go for the second round. I'm actually gonna end up showing every superhero comic that Editora will put out in the first quarter of 1985, and let's start now with Spider-Man. This issue as a crossover between Spectacular Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, which is the first time that the Fantastic Four appeared as a backup in Spider-Man. At the time they were running in Hulk. Also, because of not every title was coming up in its correct sequence, they jumped ahead a few years from where the Fantastic Four was to publish this story. This one also has the kid who collected Spider-Man inside.
Oh, nice.
Great story.
Great story.
And they were running a couple of they were running the Steve Ditko run as backups during this time. Issue number 20, introducing Madame Belladonna and the Return of the Prowler. This one, number 20, is an all Spider-Man issue. No other characters as backup. Issue number 21, introducing Madame Web. This also has a Kazar story by Bruce Jones and Brent Anderson. This was a special edition of Spider-Man, 132 pages. First time they had something this big. And it features the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger in Spectacular Spider-Man, and their second appearance as well. Now the Hulk. The Hulk started being published at the same time as Spider-Man, when they had a big push to publish all the main
The Beast
characters.
in Love at the Heart of the Atom. Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Fantastic Four and Red Sonja were usually backup stories in the Hulk at the time. Although in 19 and 20 they were running that Marvel 2-in-1 story where they tried to bring Adam Warlock back to life. Issue number 21 features Pariah, and there's a Fantastic Four story in there as well.
I'm disturbed that Adam Warlock is just 5 years older than me.
Savage started with Conan number 5, the last quarterly issue before it became monthly in April.
That's all. I love that cover.
Nice Boris cover.
And the adaptation of Conan the Destroyer.
Blue Buster. Come to me.
And that's it for now. I still have the DC comics to show.
Okay, super. Strange Life, you want to go another round?
Yeah, I can go another round, I guess. I don't know if I showed this on your here on the 4-color fossils. I don't think I did, but this is Chamber of Chills number 14. And
Oh, wow.
I think what's interesting about this is that it has a Spider-Man story in it. Not Peter Parker Spider-Man, but if I'm not mistaken, it's this scientist or a doctor. He experiments on himself with different serums, and he injects himself and turns into the Spider-Man.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
It's from 1952.
Oh, okay.
1952.
I've heard that reference somewhere over the years.
Hmm.
But, yeah. Oh man, it really smells kind of musty. I got to do something about that. Put it in a container with activated charcoal. That's pretty bad. Can you smell it?
Yeah.
Yeah, smells good.
It's like a scratch and sniff sticker on my screen, sir.
Let's see what else I got here. You wear Terror Tales number 1. I think there's some about Powell stories in here. I don't think he does the cover, but I don't know.
Who's that by?
Oh, this is put out Fawcett.
Fawcett, okay.
I think I already showed these Witch's Tales.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah, that's a Tuesday night in Chicago, from what I hear.
We're Jungle Fantasy, The Phantom. This is number 56.
Oh, that's cool.
That's sweet. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice bondage cover.
Yeah. Well, this is a pretty brutal cover. I showed this a couple of times, but I don't think I ever showed it here. Black Cat Mystery. This is number.
Man, that is pretty cool.
That's powerful. I mean, that is powerful.
I mean, they're really. I mean, they're hammering stakes into this guy. He's chained up. He's got a shotgun. He's getting shot in the head and in the face. So, Harvey, the company that gave you Casper and
those beatniks and their marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. I'm going to pull out a file here. I don't know what did I show you. I think Jambo might have some of these. I'm not sure. Jungle Comics number 86, is it?
86. Nice. Yeah. Always like that cover. She's having a bad day.
Yeah, oh, I'll see. Yeah. I don't know where to put anything. I ran out of room. Help me. There's this one, 1948, number 99.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is awesome. Yeah.
What's this one? Number 57.
Anne was tied up a lot in those covers, if you notice. Oh, Anne.
She must like it. I don't know. There's JoJo.
Oh, now you're talking some Fox action there. Yeah, very cool.
Jumbo Comics with Sheena's from 1951.
Cool.
I love these colors. I just love these colors. 52-page book, 1950. And I'm not sure. I think Jack Caven might have did the cover, or he does some of the artwork inside.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering if there's any leopards left alive with skin in the jungle after seeing all these comics.
Yeah. Really did a number on those cats, man.
Yeah, it's brutal in the jungle.
Ow. What number was that? That's number 136.
Oh, yeah.
120 from 1949.
They actually brought that. That looks. She in the. Oh man, I can't think of it. But like in the 80s or something, Sheena, that's married to Kazar, actually had that same outfit on. Did you just
yeah.
Yeah. They brought it back, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Leopard
Inspired.
skin. She loves that leopard skin.
Probably her winter wear.
I got this from Lee's Comics. I think he at a convention. I think I got it for like $75. He was asking $100 for it, but I love the cover line here.
Crocodile has a lot of teeth.
I think Morris Whitman does this. He did a lot of these.
He was my favorite on the Fiction House books. Morris Whitman, yeah.
A lot of that stuff. 139, 1951. What is this? This is a Zoot.
That's my girl, Rula. Yeah, she had giraffe skin. She was a little different.
It has Matt Baker artwork in it, and the cover is by Jack Kamen.
Yeah. Kamen and Baker did a lot of that stuff. Yeah,
That's why she's leaving with the gorilla. Her man did not get her the good cougar skin, you know.
When I got a bag, I don't even have this bag. It's boarded, but that bag. Can you get it on that? It's got a board bag.
Oh, that's a good cover too. Another bad day at the office.
That cover where they have the Tarzan like figure like diving down like that, it made me think of the old pre-code cereal where they had Tarzan and Jane swimming naked in the water for real in that cereal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were pushing the envelope a little bit back then.
They were in the jungle. I think it was appropriate in that swampy water with those parasites that'll go up your urethra. You know.
Somebody else.
Beg pardon?
Want me to continue? Or?
Oh, it's up to you.
Oh, all right.
You're inspiring me to show some Golden Age, but go right ahead.
101, 1948.
Thank you. It was that musty comic he showed a minute ago. It got me.
That's a wild cover.
Oh, that's painful. They got her tied up all wrong.
She likes it. Number 74.
That's a good one. Look where that arrow went right through that dude's chest there.
Yeah. It goes right through the chest.
Damn.
Yeah, they can get pretty brutal, some of these books, you know.
That looked like Buster Crab.
Please. Fight Comics number 52.
Oh, now we got tiger skin. Oh, nice. It's in stereo.
Oh, I had a note on the back of this. The inking on the cover was done by Jack Kamen, I think, and then there's stories in there by Nick Carter doing the artwork.
Oh, nice.
Here, another bondage cover. Covered by Joe Doolin. He did a lot of the pulp.
Planet. Yeah, I think he did a lot of Planet stuff.
Right, yeah. I think Campbell, you got the same one, don't you? I think.
Yeah, I think I've got that one.
Or 1940s. 73, 1946. It's an interesting one. She gets thrown right out of the window. 162.
Yeah, those are really sought after. Those later issues like that, they're pretty pricey.
Yeah, and again, Jack Kamen artwork on the inside on one or two of the stories. This is man, they almost got his feet in those hot coals or lava or whatever it is. But I'll leave it at that for now and let somebody else go.
All right. Well, welcome, Grouchy Warlock, to the show.
Hey, I didn't see you there.
Grouchy, how you doing, sir?
So,
go ahead, Grouchy.
Graphic Man, how are you feeling?
I officially diagnosed with COVID. I'm doing much better, and I gave COVID to Paulo, so he's under the weather tonight.
Paulo, do you actually have it?
Yeah, he's got his mute microphone.
Oh, he's muted. Okay. Okay. Wow.
I got the tested yesterday. Also got the results confirmed.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have it. But anyway,
my brother-in-law has it, and his wife, and they've had it now for 3 weeks. They both had the Pfizer double shots, and they were boosted, and they still got it, and they had it going into 3 weeks now.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say. It seems like they say by March, everyone will have had it. But it's almost like chicken pox. It's just like you might as well just go ahead and get it. But I don't know. I went to a local comic store just the other day. They have all these different sections. One of the comics are half price, and another section they have a little dot system. Like this one means the comic is half price, so it's marked 20. So this was $10. And so I may already have this, but I got it because I wanted to read it. And then the rest of the stuff, I went to the $2 bin, and the blue dot means it's a $2 comic. So now a couple of weeks ago at New Year's for a weekend, the $2 books were on sale for $1, and the $5 books were on sale for $2.50, and I bought a whole bunch of them. So it's just stuff I'll show you out of the $2 bin that I got. Now, when I looked at the comics that are actually full price, which are the collector's comics, they had almost a half of a short box of Chili, the Marvel Archie, I guess it's Millie's rival.
Yeah.
And they were mint, and they were like about $40 each. Is that the going rate for a mint? There probably aren't many mint chilies in existence. Is that
Well, it's the going rate, but it's more like the staying in the box rate because nobody's paying that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll make it a little quicker. So
Yes.
I didn't have this issue. I'm almost positive.
I grab every one of those that I can when I see them.
Yeah, me
Love
too. I
them.
mean, I think I already have this one.
Yeah.
Multiple copies plus the original 12-cent version. But you know, I just love that cover.
Is that an Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
No, it was never a cartoon.
No?
It was. It's obviously. It's really weird because Gold Key had they did a Munsters comic, but this is obviously a Munsters, an attempt to do the Munsters. So I don't know. They had the license for the Munsters, but they did this anyway, which is it's the Munsters except everyone is Frankenstein.
Yeah, I mean, don't take my word on it. I think over a 20-year period, only something like 25 of those came out. That's the thing about it. They came out so sporadic. Yeah.
And then they reprinted the whole series again in the 70s. I got this little dot.
Nice.
Which is ironic. Dot there, telling you the price. She would have liked it. At first, I thought this was marked on by a crayon. Then I realized that's the joke that they are sunburned like that. But I thought some kid had written on the comic. I got a whole bunch of good Archies out of the $2 bin. Look at that band. Let me look at these two beatniks. That's Then I don't know if you've been watching the Peacemaker TV show on HBO Max. It took me. I had to get used to the approach. And then my wife and I just started loving it, and Judo Master, the Charlton character's in it, but not the way he was ever portrayed in the comic. And so I saw a couple of Judo Masters. I didn't even realize that it was the same comic because I was just pulling out. I was in a hurry, and I was just pulling stuff out of the $2 bin. But it's actually the Modern Comics reprint from the 70s. But anyway. These characters, I'm telling you, the vigilante character from the 80s that DC did, that's his sidekick in this TV show. I mean, you can look at the front cover, the vigilante, and it's always been serious. And now if you watch that TV show, if you look at that front cover, you'll just laugh. Any vigilante cover now, whenever I see that character,
It's funny because I did the opposite of what you did with the show. I started out loving it, and by the third, maybe fourth episode, I was out. It did the opposite. They turned vigilante. I'm like, are they turning him into Deadpool? What are they doing here?
Yeah, it gets better because if you get into the next episode, you realize when he fights in this prison scene, it's like he's completely deadly, and it's just that he's an idiot, but he's super. The fight scenes, they take him seriously.
Okay,
it's kind of like what I was talking about the other day. Get Smart, he's an idiot, but then people that are veterans, when they see Don Adams pull out his weapons, they say that guy really knows what he's doing. He knows how to, because he was a World War II vet, Marine. And so he handles his weapon. He's not just some comedian that they handed a gun to. You can tell this guy knows what he's doing. So that something about that, I don't know. And then his Peacemaker's father is, if you watch the next episode, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I won't, but he's turning out to be a villain from. I think it's first introduced in Suicide Squad #4. Anyway, you see his armor and everything, and his
William
lair.
Hale.
But anyway, but I won't tell what characters. I don't want to really spoil the show. But anyway, it's an acquired taste. It's like when I first saw Pink Flamingos, I thought, what is this? You know, and then I was thinking about it later, and that really was brilliant that he was using this 50s rock and roll because he knew it would piss off hippies, and he was doing everything he could to shock. And the most shocking thing to a hippie is to hear doo-wop music or rockabilly. So it just, and then I wound up loving it's John Waters movies. It's just one of those acquired tastes. But James Gunn, when he's allowed to do whatever he wants, and then you notice little things like there's one thing that it takes getting used to, and then you love it. There's a dance number as the opening credits, and at the very end they all stop and they're you could like at the end of it ice skating at the Olympics when they stop and they're breathing heavy, you know. But they're having to pose perfectly still, and the whole cast is doing that. But then this eagle, that's Peacemaker's sidekick, comes out and is like right in the front of the camera, and then the eagle kind of, if you look real carefully, he kind of looks down and then sees he's not quite standing at his mark and moves forward a little bit. It's little brilliant things like that. The more you watch it, but anyway. I liked it, but yeah, it is not for everyone at all. I got a copy of Jughead, 12-cent Jughead. I just love comics from this era. So sorry I'm taking so long. I'm used to talking for 8 hours a day as a school teacher, and so I get. And then haven't done it in a couple of years, so I just never shut up. 15-cent Casper. Archie rushing to his death. And apparently he has a Geiger counter that detects girls that I guess have ingested radioactive materials. I probably already have this 2 or 3 times. Maybe I don't have it. I don't know. But I love these big, thick specials where he goes to different places. They're actually, you really can learn a lot from them. And they were reprinted a bunch of times over the years. One of the first comics I got was Dennis the Menace going to London. I remember that. Baby Huey.
That's funny because Leo from Time Travel Comics just uploaded a video where he's showing these different, like Superman and the Hulk lifting buildings up.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that. That guy's got a great channel. There's another Baby Huey. You know, for $2, that's really good. That's like half of or 1/3 the price of a new comic.
Is that from the same store where you're working?
No. This is a store that has old comics. So I mean, there's hardly anything there that's older than like 1979. This is the store I go to for fun, where it has the stuff I like. I mean, anyway, this is the February '62. I mean, they got little problems like that fold, but you know. I want to read it.
Better?
I thought I picked up Warlord #2, but I didn't. I need to go back. They had about 8 copies of Warlord #2, which I think is one of the only issues I need to complete that run.
Get all 8. Buy all 8 of them. Get them all.
Well, they weren't in the $2 bin, though. They were in the half-price bin. Oh, and then I think it was Dr. Silver Age was showing All-Star Western. There were 3 copies of All-Star Western with, what is her name? Lady Rawhide? What is the lady character?
Lady Rawhide, I think.
They were great covers, but then I saw that, there was the staple wasn't attached. And I don't know. I'll probably go back and get them because the covers were really neat. Oh, scheisse. This one's got moisture damage. I didn't realize it. Oh well, can't win them all. I mean, these are, I don't know, what do these things cost at stuff like this at stores that you guys go to? This one has a little bit of moisture damage too, but it's just really neat. They're yeah, the advent of color TV and the NBC Peacock.
Yeah.
Say we get into the 70s with the flowers and that kind of stuff. It's just a really wonderful document of fashion throughout the decades.
Yeah, it is.
And then this is the last one I got. Really know how to turn a guy on. Which the meaning has changed a little bit. They've got like stained glass in this little club. This band. Well, so anyway, that's what I got.
Looks good.
Sorry to go so long.
I don't want to lose a classic comic collector. But before you go, I want to show some Golden Age for you. There's Weird Mysteries.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a magic trick. That is a magic trick, yes.
And a while ago, someone, I think it was Grad 2, suggested we have hillbilly covers. I only have one, and it's from 1946.
Wow.
Favorite hillbilly.
Is that a Frazetta? No. I know Frazetta worked on.
It could very well be. I think it is.
I have that movie on VHS just because Julie Newmar is in it.
My note says Ernie Bushmiller.
That was the best part.
So,
I'm trying to think what her name was. Anyway.
And to be brief,
Jones,
so we can go to somebody else. Captain Marvel Adventures number 35 from 1944.
Nice.
I just had to show some of these because Captain Strangelove was showing all those great Golden Age.
Yeah.
I love that cover. I think you need to really slow down and people need to look at how well that's drawn. That is fantastic. I mean, I appreciate stuff like that. That's a good use of space.
So speaking of classic, I don't want to lose you due to the late hour so soon, but you might be on mute. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got a few more things to show, so I'll try and be relatively quick. Was at a antique store a while ago, and they had these for $2 each. It's Inside Comics, which is
that's a great.
Yeah, these are all from 1974, and it was like industry comic. This has an interview with R. Crumb, but it's also got some really interesting articles. It's got Why I'm on Strike Against National by Neil Adams. And then there's one called Super Heist, the Great Comic Art Ripoff, which is about the original art, how the companies wouldn't return it to the artists. And so people are stealing it. So there's a lot of stuff that people are still talking about now. Here's issue 2. Every issue has stuff from C.C. Beck. He does a lot of the covers. He does articles. This one says C.C. Beck on creating comic book characters. So he crowdsourced this character here. But this also has a rebuttal about the original art by Steve Ditko, an article called Who Owns Original Art?
It's a great article. Typical Ditko, but it's a great article.
And then you can see this has an interview with Harvey Kurtzman in it.
How many were in that run? I've always wanted to get those.
I'm not sure. There were 4 issues at the store that I got. They had issues 1 through 4.
I think there were 6.
Yeah,
I think there were 6.
It was the same company that did the Monster Times, and that was, I believe, Joe Branticelli that was the editor, and he later did a comic book commentary column in the Warren magazines. And yeah.
So this one's number 3. It's got a thing that says Marvel's Kung Fu Color Line. And then the number 4, it's got CC Beck Captain Marvel cover.
Nice. Yeah.
And
Those are in great shape.
I got an article by Will Eisner about comics in the library, and then it has a thing about a lawsuit, which I think is the beginning of the lawsuit for Siegel and Schuster up here. So yeah, I saw these for $2 each, and I was like, oh, I have to get those. They also reminded me of this. I never finished this run because it got so expensive while I was putting it together. But my issues of Foom. Here's number 6.
Nice.
This has an interview with Jarvis, which is interesting for a couple reasons. One, well, it's interesting to me as an Avengers fan because some of the stuff that is in this interview with Jarvis was later actually put in the comics and made continuity in issue 280, which was about 15 years later. So someone was reading this. These are filled with art. Some of it's like fan art. Some of it's art by creators who weren't really getting a lot of work yet at Marvel, but were working their way up. Here's issue 7, which is the second part of this Avengers focused thing. Here's issue 8 with a John Romita Captain America cover.
Nice.
Nice.
I seem to have forgotten the color of his boot over here. But one of these has a tremendous, might be this one, interview where the interviewer just walked around the Marvel bullpen and asked everyone what they were working on. And it's this great slice of life where you see all the different. And there's a thing where Jerry Conway is complaining about being forced to bring Gwen Stacy back as a clone. He's sort of ranting about that. Here's a John Buscema Vision, inked by P. Craig Russell.
Oh, there you go. That's a classic combination there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this, I think it's this issue because this is Vision centered. This one has a really cool back cover as well, which is
oh yeah, very nice.
And trying to see, can't see who that's by. One of these. Some of these have some adult content, which is a little odd because it's Marvel's official, fan club magazine. But in one of these, I think it's this one, there's a suggestion by the interviewer who's talking about Vision that Vision and Scarlet Witch could have children since he's a fully functional synthesoid, if they took sperm from Jarvis and put it in Vision to impregnate her. So. Yeah. Here's number 16 with Marie Severin drawing the bullpen.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
And I also have number 17 with the composite Stan Lee cover.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
I love reading these. They just have so much interesting stuff in them.
Yeah, it's a snapshot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to mention before I go real quick is last time I was talking about my trading challenge where I'm trying to take dollar bin books and trade all the way up to a All-Star number 8, the first Wonder Woman. I just finished trading my last round and I haven't started the next round, but I wanted to show some of the books that I've been able to trade up to. Now this has taken me about 9 months of trading to get to this point, but here's some of the books that I've gotten from my dollar bin books. Got a Doctor Strange 169.
There you go.
One of my favorite. I love the
nice shape too.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's got some creasing along the spine, but the central part of it is really nice. We got a Strange Tales 169.
There you go.
With the First Brother Voodoo. It's about a 4. It looks nicer, but it's got some issues on the back cover. A book that I had found in a dollar bin and added to the trading pool, and this has gone absolutely crazy price-wise for reasons that escape me, is it's about an 8. And let's see, I just got this, and it's a really nice Avengers Annual 10 with the first
Cool.
Rogue.
Beautiful artwork on the inside. Horrible cover.
I've always liked this cover, but I know everyone else hates it. But the
Yeah.
art inside is definitely better. I'm not a fan of Al Milgram's art, but I've always liked these sort of like 50s movie poster style. Like,
Yeah, I got
you. I got this set here. It's Amethyst number 1 and 2 with the 35-cent price variance.
Ooh, okay.
I guess they only put these out in a couple test markets. So they're quite hard to find. And these aren't worth that much, but they might be of interest to you guys. It's a couple issues of Red Rider.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
I think I have issues 65 and 85.
Nice.
Oh, great covers.
Yeah, so these are just a few of them. I've got a couple more books that haven't arrived yet. So, but sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'll be putting up my next haul video. Everything here is up for trade. Everything's for trade until I can get to that All-Star Comics 8, which is still probably 5 years away at least, maybe 10. But it's a lot of fun trading with people and getting in cool books I've never owned before and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, I love trading, and I like dollar bin diving and trying to find like cool deals. So it's always fun to pull stuff out, and when I find cool stuff, I add it to the pool and trade it to people who need it. So it's a lot of fun.
Micah, do you mind if I show something to Scott before he does leave?
Yeah, do you have it near there?
Yeah, I do. I mentioned this to you because I know you're a big romance guy.
Oh yeah.
And
you have it live, okay?
Yeah. Does anybody notice anything different or unusual about this cover?
She's
other
in love
than
with
that the girl's head is bigger than her torso.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what? I got a picture of a girl from the 60s holding a Big Mac, and her hair makes her head look that big. I mean,
if you look at the head, though, the head's gigantic too.
It's really large, yeah.
So I'm wondering, is that something you ever noticed? Are you familiar with this cover? And
it's not. It's not an issue that I have.
That just kills me. It's just like it's off-putting. It's so big.
I see what you're saying. I recently had to cut down my romance collection because they were so musty that I had to get rid of about 200 of them. But
when I was looking for this just now, they're all bagged and boarded, and the must is overwhelming, more so than any other genre that I own. So you're onto something there.
Yeah, I mean, as you know from my channel, I got sick from the mustiness for my romance comics. I had to get an inhaler and everything. So I sold off over 200 of my romance books because they're just too musty. I still have more to get rid of. But
what is it that girls do differently with their comics that create that?
They just read them and then threw them in the barn, I guess. Nobody. Yeah, they never. The other thing I collect, I'm a big collector, is Archie, and it's the same. There's a lot of books that are really, they just didn't take care of them like superhero collectors, so they're all musty and dusty and trash. The romance are worse than the Archie, but a lot of the Archies are pretty bad too. So, but you do what you gotta. So anyway, thanks for having me, guys. Sorry to show stuff and then run, but it's been a treat. Thanks for having me.
Always nice to have you on.
Seeing you, man.
All right.
Take care, sir.
See you later.
I'm very fortunate to have this great assortment of guys, and we're going to have to go to Jambo. Poor Jambo's only been on once. Same with Steve and Eric. But Jambo, what do you got there, guy?
Well, I was digging in a box next to me and found some of these Big Little books.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Got that one. I think everybody's probably got that one.
Yeah. Ooh, no.
And
oh, that's cool.
I've never seen him in that good of shape.
Nice spine.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. And the Popeye's been read a few times. You can see the corner up there. But there's a reason why. It's because it has the
oh yeah.
Oh yes, I love that.
That's cool.
Everybody did that, to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And this one was really beat. Just kept it easy. The spine was gone on it, so
Okay. I get a Geoffrey like that and no spine.
yeah. But now this one was in terrible shape, but it's okay because it's from 1933.
Ooh, wow.
And yeah, it's pretty jacked up. It's in a bag here, but it's still pretty
Dang.
jacked up.
Yeah, that's nice from 33. Jeez.
I don't know where it was kept at, but it was could have been stored better probably. Here's a nice big shot, number 95.
Oh yeah, I love Skyman. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Skyman and yeah, Sparky there.
Man, that's awesome.
And you guys were showing some Archie, and I got this one from Eric's store up there in Cincinnati, or close to Cincinnati.
Great. That's great.
If you were wondering where number 4 went, my friend Jerry picked that up about the day before you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys had some good prices in books. I think this was, $10 or something like that. I think.
Well, yeah. Ken asked earlier what they sell for in other stores.
Yeah.
And I marked them all down because they become museum pieces. So I figured there aren't many of us left, and that's a good kick in the seat to mark them down. And as long as I can get them for less, I will sell them for less. Obviously,
I found this up there too. Comic Book World, great store. My favorite store in the whole state.
Thank you.
They've got everything. They've got Golden Age and Silver Age, stuff like this.
So you're the one that bought my missing issue. I see.
Yes.
You're the one. Yeah.
Crawl up to Kentucky sometime, Tim. See what we can do for you.
I think I'm going to.
And I don't know if I got that one there. Maybe I did. I think that finished my Champions run there, I believe. So
well done. Good.
I wish I could have seen my 10-year-old face when I watched Swarm on the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and thought he was stupid, and then found out, oh my God, he's really in comics.
Here's a Lady Rawhide somebody was talking about. This was Zorro.
Well, I think the character I was thinking isn't called Lady Rawhide. She was Lady something. She was some villain, but I think girlfriend of the main character in All-Star Western, the DC.
Here's some Sabrina. Dan DiCarlo cover.
Yeah. Her stepmother should not let her go out like that, or whatever the witches were that took care of her.
Right.
Her mother won't let her, but her pimp sure will.
Yeah. Hey, what is the poster behind Vampirella behind your shoulder with the dragon looking thing?
Oh, this.
Yeah.
It's a old pulp cover poster from Wonder Stories, Thrilling Wonder Stories.
Oh, you blew it up.
Well, it's an actual poster. I got it.
Oh.
I think I got it at a shop a few years back, probably about 8-10 years ago, something like that. So, Earl Begley or Bergie.
It looks like movie poster art that size, but then it's a little too revealing to be movie poster art. So yeah, pulp makes sense. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can tell what it is now. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all good. And I got a couple more of these.
Wow.
Yes.
Cool.
It's number
That's
16.
a great cover.
Yeah.
Billy Mummy came to Innovation Comics and wrote their continuing adventures of Lost in Space in the 90s.
Right.
And, I think those are actually better.
Those weren't bad though. Those Innovation, they weren't terrible.
I need to look up how the whole thing went with the TV show versus the comic, because they fought a little bit there.
Yeah. It's number 12.
Oh, those are awesome.
Very cool.
They all want Penny, or was it Judy?
One
In the
of
innovation book, either one.
Yeah, Penny had aged quite a bit in the Innovation series.
Yeah, they have an annual that's a bondage cover with them. Oh yes, I have that also. Yes.
And there's my girl Annette Funicello.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, any of you guys have any of these books that have the K down here? The Circle K that's got the green dots and it's always wrote in a green marker. And
No.
Some guy who did his whole collection like that, marked every book, and he must have had a massive collection because when I was younger, I had a lot of his books, and he always put the K on there, and some of them were in pretty nice shape. So,
Do you think it's a store marking or a person's mark?
I at first thought it was just a person, and it was his collection. Because, it would be probably a kid or something that went through the trouble to put a K in there with the green dots all the way around it. And it was always in a green marker also.
Huh.
So,
There is a chain of convenience stores, at least down here, called Circle K. I was thinking at first maybe they were bought at Circle K.
He must have had a massive collection. And they were all from the Silver Age, too. So, yeah, it was all that same time period. That's for you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice Minatri.
It's nice.
It's all about time.
All right. It looked good, Jimbo. It looked real good.
Awesome.
Steve, you got ready for a round?
I am. And Paulo wants to go. I don't know what's going on with Paulo.
Paulo?
It's almost 3:15 here.
Yeah, you want to get to go, Paulo.
Okay, then I'll just get this out of the way. It's the DC Comics for the quarter of January to March 1985. So let's share.
I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'll be right back.
So you don't have to get up to go to work, Paulo, I guess.
No, I put in a I put in a sick leave, but
I'm still sick as a dog.
Okay, so Superman number 7. Editora Abril had gotten a hold of the DC contracts in mid 1984 from historical publisher Ebal, and launched 3 comics. This is one. Superman also this issue of Superman had part of the Sand Creature storyline, and also featured the first appearance of the Demon, and there was a Warlord story as well.
Neat.
Not working. Issue number 8 continues the Sand Creature storyline. Also features another Demon story, and Arion the Immortal. And issue number 9 ends the Sand Creature storyline, and also features Amethyst, which was a long-running backup feature in Superman in the first years at Editora Abril. Batman number 7. Batman versus Manhunter. The issue where the 2 characters meet. Also, Camelot 3000 is a backup feature. Issue number 8. This has a Ra's al Ghul story. Also, the first appearance of Man-Bat, and of course, Camelot 3000 continues. Camelot 3000 would move to a different title in a couple of months. And there's a World's Finest story here. Also a Ra's al Ghul story. Heroes Annual, that was where Atari Force and the New Teen Titans were published. Issue number 8 has a cover featuring Trigon. There's also a Green Lantern, Green Arrow story inside. And issue number 9 features a Justice Society story from DC Special number 29. And that is it. So that was those were the comics that were coming out for the month for the months around the first Marvel comic that I ever bought.
Nice.
See, yeah.
Well,
Wait, I forgot to show one comic. Wait, I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry. But it's the Supergirl movie adaptation. So yeah, and I never saw it. I never saw that one, but I did see it being advertised in one of the Marvel issues.
Helen Slater.
Yeah. During those 3 months, Editora Abril put out 98 comics. Only 29 of those were for superheroes and adventure series. The majority were Disney. They also had the rights to Little Lulu. They had a Top Cat and a Yogi Bear comic, Woody Woodpecker comic, and the Pink Panther, and also the Mauricio de Souza line, which was a long-running Brazilian publisher. They put out they produced the material, but somebody else publishes it. At the time, it was Abril.
What country did the best presentation of American comics? That presented them the best? Because I know that one of you was, I don't know who it was, but I was getting the pizza, and so someone was talking about the German comics and the slick paper and the brilliant colors. And I have some from when we lived in Germany, like a Mickey Mouse that's just brilliant. The colors are just. What country did the best job?
I'd say it was Lug in France in the 1970s and 80s. They had those amazing. I've already shown them a few times. Those amazing painted covers by Jean Frisano, and they were usually 100-page comics. They had the majority of the Marvel universe. They didn't have a few like Captain America and Conan. Those were published by Aredi Artima. But yeah, I'd say
paper quality was good.
Yeah, definitely better than what the Brazilians were doing. The Brazilians did a good job with a character mix and continuity. But I think the at the time it would have been the French had the best quality for publishing superheroes.
And what country does the funniest job? Because I think I've seen comics from like Turkey where the covers are just insane and don't make any sense.
I'd say Indonesia, from what I've seen in the foreign comic collector group on Facebook. Indonesia, they had bootleg comics and they would put everything on the cover.
That's what I.
Yeah, they're Spider-Man and Batman together, and sometimes a wrestler.
Got your money's worth.
Yeah. All right, so it's past 3:00, which so it's a good idea that I get out of here. Hopefully next week I'll have my voice back.
All right,
Paulo.
Get better, Paulo. Take care, buddy.
Take care of yourself. Take care.
Mike,
does anyone
I'm
else?
probably going to jump off too because I've got an early day tomorrow and a lot going on and stuff. So I appreciate it, guys. Good to be here tonight and see everybody again. Mike, thank you, buddy, for putting this on. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Take care.
Take care, buddy.
Hello, spectators joined us. Does anybody else need to? I'll run out real quick. Captain, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'll show something, and I'm gonna have to take off.
Okay, all right.
I'm just gonna show one more book. That's all. This is number 98 from 1948. This was used in Seduction of the Innocent in the Senate hearings because they pointed out how artists can corrupt the kids by hiding certain. Kids knew how to find hidden sexual references, whether they were drawn, they could find it. And there's one in here. I gotta show you this. If I can find it now. Oh man. What the hell was it now? I haven't looked at this for a while. Here. Oh, okay. Oh man. That's coming up. Tentacles coming loose. This is what got it into I gotta show you this. I gotta do this the right way, so just bear with me a minute.
You're building a lot of suspense, sir.
Just bear with me here. I'll show you in a minute now. Okay. See that?
Yeah.
You see that?
I see it.
That's yeah. I did that.
That's sad.
That's what put that into the.
That could have been the smooth side down or the sticky side up. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I think that was Morris Whitman did this. He did
the shoulder that created the comics code.
Look at the trees and little Abner comic strips, and you'll see some interesting things in the park.
So I'll leave it with that. I gotta get something to eat, and then I gotta go to bed. Been taking a lot of meds and stuff, so it's making me tired.
Trying to think who drew. Well, I'm definitely getting tired. I'm going blank on who drew the Red Sonja, but he hit a lot of stuff in his.
Frank Thorne.
Frank Thorne threw it. Yeah,
Frank Thorne did that too. Yeah.
I got a splash page where she's going towards a tower, but it's so phallic. I'm like, how did this even? How did you not know what that is?
They were clever. Well, hopefully I can be on next week again. I got to take off now. So,
hey Hans,
yeah,
if you talk to Bromstar and y'all still want to do the big reunion show or whatever you guys want to call it, message me through Instagram or Facebook, and if y'all want me to host it and we come up with a date sometime. Let's get that done if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact him by this weekend for sure.
Yeah, I had 2-3 people message me like somewhere along the line. I think some old timers on here caught wind of us talking or something, and they were like, "What's this happening?" And I'm like, "I don't know," you know.
Yeah, we got to do it. I want to do it, and I know that Scott wants to do it too. So,
well, there'll be at least 3 people watching. I know that. So there's 3, you know.
All right, holy, maybe get what's his name? Legend.
Great Legend. Yeah, Dakin, if he's able to function with his personal stuff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But definitely, I'll be in contact with him, and we'll have a kind of reunion, you know.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next
All right,
week.
Hans.
Take care.
Say hi.
You too. Take care, buddy.
Gratitude, bye.
All right. Does anybody have anything? Steve, Eric?
No, I do, but I don't. If you know what I mean. I had stuff, but I'm good to go for right now.
I'll show something real quick, and I'll jump off here to get to work and stuff. It was really amazing back in like 1985 to see comic books make the news in the newspaper, right? And this actually spoiled the death of Supergirl 3 months before it happened. They interviewed Marv Wolfman. They interviewed Jim Shooter, who said that it's way over time for DC to clean up because they're like they're like a Swedish movie with no subtitles. So they completely ruined Christ on Earth for me because the first line is that Supergirl dies in July in 3 months. She had 3 months to live. So since 1985, May 1985, I've been meaning to get this laminated. and now I'll never know what paper I found it in when I cut it out. Yeah. So, I mean, that was a real interesting time back then. You had Crisis going on, you had The Watchmen going on and stuff, right? And you learned a lot from comics because, like, in 1986, they sent us out to the Mojave Desert when I was in the military for 3 weeks to do training. And we went to Gila Flats to this abandoned research station because it looked like we were training urban warfare. And I walked into this old bar and stuff, just hanging out. And it was really amazing because I was like, Gila Flats, why is this familiar? And why does this place look familiar? And I found this picture from 1959.
Wow.
No, it didn't really happen. I was making it funny. That's from the movie. Oh, I'm glad I tested that out here. But we won't tell that joke anywhere else. But some of the stuff that I have like some of those original comics from when I was 5 that hooked me back in the day. And this one was really hard to find because it was another coverless copy that had a couple issues missing. And I looked for years for this book because it has the original Red Hood story, with the Joker reprinted in it, the Clayface origin in it and stuff. And every issue on top is Giant Batman. So I thought it was an annual or a one-shot. It was just the 30th anniversary of Batman in their regular series, number 213. So that was really a pain to find. And then this story here, Charlton, this was like probably the first Charlton book I remember reading and keeping because it's got this little story about this little slime creature that this kid finds and brings home. And the dad did kill it. Then the dad came after it. But the artwork is so gross. Like it had a texture. And every time I smelled the swamp when I read it. And I always feel like I needed a shower. So, of course, this Thor book, this is in the midst of Star Wars. So, of course, Thor ends up stopping an atomic bomb in New York. It throws him in the future. And he gets frozen in space, just floating around like Captain America was in an iceberg. And he was found by the Guardians of the Galaxy. And, of course, it had a ton of aliens. So when you're 5 years old and Star Wars is hot, you're like, this is great. I thought this was like Shakespeare. I got an upgrade. Yeah. And then what can be said about this? This is just a classic book. That's the original and an upgrade I got. What if Conan walked on the earth today? And they actually put him, this is the only time that I think he should have been in the Marvel Universe, But he actually gets sent to 1979 New York. And Roy Thomas put his girlfriend and future wife in it, Danny. That's Danny Thomas, his future wife in this. And he has her sleep with Conan.
Ooh.
Just telling you. We'll just leave it there, And then,
I love that. I love that one.
Yeah. So this is the original. Like I keep telling you, these books were all beat up and stuff. You know what I mean? And I found an upgrade.
There you go.
But this is Steve Gerber magic. I was 5 years old reading this, and it gives you a flashback. The Molecule Man had been killed, and he put his essence in that rod. So these 3 kids, 3 boys and a little girl, are all on bikes, and they're playing in the swamp where Man-Thing lives, and she falls in quicksand. And I was so mad at 5 years old because the kids were afraid to get in trouble, so they got on their bike and rode off, scared to death, and they left her to die. Well, she found this. She comes out of the quicksand, and Steve Gerber made her a hermaphrodite because the Molecule Man has now possessed a little girl, and the way it's drawn, she has all the parts. I mean, I was like 5 years old going, wait a minute.
But if I tell you, though, Tim, the ending on that, though, is when Man-Thing walks away with the Molecule Man's wand.
Yep.
And nothing ever comes about that. So somewhere in some swamp somewhere, Man-Thing buried his Molecule Man's wand.
And now that I'm thinking about it, the next time that I remember seeing Molecule Man in a comic, and there's a big gap, it was in Secret Wars. Like Owen Reese is just there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
there might not have been a time in between.
Yeah.
So he popped up in the Avengers around that same time, but I think actually no, I take it back. The Molecule Man was in the Avengers before Secret Wars. It was like 215, 216, because it was when Tiger was going to join the team, but she was so freaked out about how over her head she was that because he killed everybody by accident, and then he couldn't remember how to bring him back, so he brought Tony Stark back in an iron leisure suit.
Okay.
So this Iron Man story happens after the Reed Richards grabs the Molecule Man.
No, that's right. That was a year after that. That was 77. Just he was all over the place.
This is from 76. I'm gonna look. I got one more book to show, and I'm done. But
all right,
let me see if it has a flashback talking about it or something, like an editor's note or something. But this, to me, this is one of the best Steve Gerber stories. And when they were playing in the swamp, I forgot to say they were cosplaying. The little girl is an Iron Man fan, and that's where she finds the wand, and she gets attacked by a crocodile, and that's what happens to her. But I know everybody's in a rush here. Let me see.
But the wand had the possessed man thing, and it couldn't.
Yeah. Here's the back page of what's left of it. He grabs the wand because it was messing up Iron Man. He grabbed it, and you see the Molecule Man trying to take over Man Thing, and he just goes into oblivion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that issue, man. I love that issue to death.
Yeah, it references giant size Man Thing and #1 and stuff, but let me look real quick here. I think Tony Stark ends up calling the Avengers to ask them to check the files about the Molecule Man. But anyway, here's a picture of her. And she has a bulge and boobs. And that's when I was like 5 years old going, wait, I'm confused, you know.
I think she ended up being Barbara Gordon's roommate in the Gail Simone run. Batgirl.
Anyway, I don't see the editor's note here. Oh, wait a minute. There's a flashback here. He kind of tells the story. And that's what this was the most shocking thing in the book for me, is where they started fighting. The girl was trying to kick him out, and he punches himself in the face. And they kind of tell the story, showing the battle inside and everything, and it's completely nuts. Yeah, it's a fantastic story. But this was the stuff for me. Like, this is what made me a Happy Hogan fan. This Godzilla series that was going on, and they had the Avengers take on Godzilla, and it ends up being Yellow Jacket and the Wasp that take out the big Godzilla. And I won't tell you how they did it. So this is where I couldn't read. Was a Secret Invasion where a bunch of the heroes end up in the Savage Land, and then out of another ship comes the older versions of the same characters, who are the Skrulls, and they're getting ready to fight, and one little T-Rex comes through, and they all scatter. I'm sitting there going, my Avengers took on Godzilla. Okay, I'm like, Bendis needs to read some comics. All right, that's it.
All right. So the Fantastic Four happens after Iron Man.
I believe so. Yeah, about a year.
All right.
This is going to kill me. I'm going to end up like, I thought I was going to bed. But anyway, I mean, if I was going to tell anybody to track down a book just for a solid story,
Iron Man Annual 3 is where it's at.
Iron Man Annual #3. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. This is the thing. This is the stuff you hand people who want to get into comics to write. You hand them this.
Or What If #3 from the original series.
Oh yeah, the Gil Kane, Klaus Janson. Wow, beautiful.
Oh yeah.
1976 had the best annuals across the board, I think. In my opinion. We had the Fantastic Four, and then the Thing, and the Liberty Legion, the Invaders, that whole storyline.
Oh yeah.
The Avengers brought back Wonder Man, Spider-Man, the Human Fly. That's great stuff.
Yeah, I got the original issues also. Yeah.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, great story.
Oh. Everybody looks spent.
That story, man. Just it's just. I mean, I bought it off the rack. when I was a kid, and that's one of the reasons I like Iron Man and the Man Thing so much. But it's such a great story, and I'm glad you brought that up. I really am. That's such a good comic book.
Yeah, and I'm really glad I got to come on the show tonight and show these books and dig them out, because they've been sitting here for a week. Because I've been looking for this for a while, but I found my missing Herbie.
Nice.
I found it when I held it up to show you guys the book, and I was like, wait. Okay, I was like, there it is.
Nice.
This might be the most attention Herbie's gotten in decades.
I want to laugh somehow, somewhere there will be Herbie Mania. Who knows where? The Freak Brothers got a freaking cartoon on Tubi. You know what I mean? So anything's possible,
Yeah. That's awesome.
I wanted to show Steve this.
Oh yeah.
Baron
Such a great cover. Oh yeah. Tom Sutton can do no wrong. That's wonderful.
Somebody needs to collect all those painted covers and stuff that Sutton did and stuff, especially with the Baron Werewolf books.
That is awesome.
I think you'd like that.
I already forgot what it was because I'm old and senile, but I read a Marvel book with Tom Sutton art.
Yeah, he did. He did Amazing Adventures with
Killraven.
No,
wow.
The Beast.
I did not know that was him.
Yeah, and he did some stuff. He did Marvel Premiere with the last issue, which is really good. With what's his name?
Paladin.
No,
I think that's the one I just read.
The Guardians guy.
A Starhawk. Wait a minute, I missed something. Starhawk?
No, Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. Okay.
The last one, but this is the closest thing we've gotten so far for Tom Sutton. This is Creepy Things from IDW.
Oh man,
I gotta get that.
Yeah,
I have to get that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, let me write that down. You guys are bad influences.
Tell me about it.
That's our job, Tim.
Yeah, got the covers from Haunted.
Oh man.
Did you say IDW, sir?
Yeah, IDW. Yo books from IDW.
Got it.
I have to check the store tomorrow.
That's exactly what I had in my mind about what they need to put out. Yep.
Yeah. This kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a great book to have. And then on the back, it's got the man.
Oh.
That is not what I thought he was going to look like. That's
wild. Apparently, he died at the drawing board. Apparently.
Oh wow.
It looks like I need to get Savage Sword number 7 because that's where that What If Conan spun out of. Let me write that down.
Yeah, Micah, that was a great book you showed, man. That's great. That's one of my favorite covers. The head of the box.
I've been wanting to show it to you for 3 weeks, but I got COVID, so
yeah. Yeah, that's a great book. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we're gonna probably pull the plug here and wish everybody a good night.
All right.
We'll see next week if I've given anybody else COVID besides Paulo.
Well, Rod's in real trouble. You guys were surrounding him, so
yeah, right between us. And he's doing good with his eye too. So he doesn't even mention it. So. All right. Well, thank you, everybody in the chat. I was loaded tonight. We didn't show that many books because I think we had, 15 people? It seemed like. Yeah. I'm kidding. It only let me have 10 or 9 plus me. So we always skirt by just barely. So it was good that Tim could join us. And I think we're slowly wooing him over to our ways, and so he's getting used to us more and more and more.
Well, Tim's angling for Meyer's spot on the poster.
Yeah, Meyer was last seen with the bugs. We were doing the bugs, so he had that Weekly World News. Remember that with the Bill Clinton having a 3. Never mind.
I will say it's so nice to be able to talk comics and not have to explain everything first. So thank you.
Right.
Appreciate that, guys. I heard myself trying to do it a few times, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, you're amongst your people.
Yeah. Most of the people I stream with, you're showing that Iron Man annual. Everybody here, most of us bought it new.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the other people I stream with weren't alive, and some not for a long time after. So this is as much fun as I think as you can have on YouTube without
I saw a Little Monsters comic book. I'm the only person I know that collects those. Okay, it's so good to know there's Little Monsters elsewhere. So yeah, it's little things.
But how about that? Who said, have a die monster die?
Nice. Love the logo.
Versus Tennessee, Texas. I mean, yeah.
And I said, so get a second Tip Topper Comics on tonight's show. $1.
I think that's the most affordable Golden Age comic to get. Those were the first Golden Age comics I ever got. Were Tip Topper from Lone Star Comics in the late 70s. And I think they were just a couple of bucks back then.
Yeah, and they start having Charlie and Snoopy in there too. So
yeah, there was a 2-page Peanuts in there. I was blown away when I saw that. I just stood there and just went, yeah. I was a huge Peanuts fan before I was a comic book collector.
Yeah.
Charles Schultz, yes. Yep.
And a lot of those probably weren't Schultz. There was his assistant, but it still looked really good. Like for I have a Dell Peanuts. He did the cover, but his assistant does all the interior. So maybe I'll show that next week. So speaking of next week, we hope to see everybody. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you all for showing up, and happy drawing.
Oh yeah, take care, guys.